focus on something that is very important. So one very important fact, quadratic function, we can write it in a general form as ax squared plus bx plus c. Yeah. Okay. So for a quadratic function, the graph maximum got how many x-intercept? Good. Maximum number of x-intercept is 2. Maximum number. So can a quadratic function go without any x-intercept? Yes. In what situation? So now let us talk about, when I say maximum is one x-intercept, that means it can go to have only one x-intercept, maximum 2 x-intercept means 2, 1 or 0, correct? So we want to study what situation that a quadratic function will have no x-intercept. So we want to study about 0 x-intercept. Okay, so I'm going to give you a quadratic examples of some 2 quadratic function. Then you tell me, is it true that this quadratic function has 0 x-intercept? If you have a look at this quadratic function, any square number definitely is positive, am I right? So what is the smallest possible value for y here? What is the smallest possible value for y? Okay, if you can't, I will want to say, what is the smallest value of something square? If I have something square, can a square number be negative? No. So the smallest value of something square will be 0. Agree with me? So what is the smallest value of y here? 5. So therefore, I make a conclusion. The smallest value of this is 0 plus 5. So the smallest value of y will be 5. Then the rest of the value of y will be more than 5, correct? So if I plot the graph, if I sketch the graph, do you think I sketch my axis is correct? Suitable? No. Okay, this one you don't have to know. When you have your graphic calculator, you can get anything. So don't get, because you don't have a graphic calculator. So yesterday I said that we will know this. Without this knowledge is fine. Okay. So the graph will go like that. -3, 5. Correct? So you see, this graph, does it cut the x-axis? No. Correct? So this is a situation that without x-intercept, because I give you in this form. If I give you in another form, then how are we going to determine? We will talk about it later. Okay, how about this? So what is the smallest value of y? This is the one. Because the smallest value of, what is the greatest value? Because this is negative. So the greatest value of y is -2. Am I right? So, and the graph will go in this manner. If you have a graphic calculator, you will sketch the graph will go like that. Am I right? So if I don't have a graphic calculator, I was given with this, then how am I going to know that you have 0 x-intercept? Have you ever thought of that? How? How to find the maximum and minimum point? So that is another trouble. So mathematicians have come up with many ways of solving a quadratic equation. Am I right? Every one of you, do you know how to solve a quadratic equation? Good. Solving those online, if you have any question, please ask. Solving quadratic equation. Why I say we need to know how to solve a quadratic equation? Because if I give you a function fx equal to ax squared plus bx plus c, if I want to find the x-intercept, it means my fx is equal to 0, am I right? This is my y. So I have ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0. So this is called a quadratic equation. So how to solve this quadratic equation? We have 3 methods. You can use your calculator. Do you know how to use your scientific calculator to find? Yes. You can use factorization or another way. There is a formula for you to do, correct? Yeah. So this is the formula. Do I need to memorize this formula? The answer is a no. So there's one part of this formula which is very important, which is the important part. The value of b squared minus 4ac. So the value of b squared minus 4ac, which we call it the determinant. Okay, determinant. And we call it, I prefer to call it determinant instead of discriminant. Do you know why? Discriminate got a negative sense. Determinant is, it helps you to determine something. Yeah. And we also know that when you talk about square root of a positive number, okay, is real. If I have a square root of a negative number, then it's not real. So when you are in high school, you cannot say has root, no root. We will say has real root, no real root. Correct? So in maths, why we say square root of negative number is not real? Like for example, if I have square root of -5, If you go to your calculator, it will give you square root of 5 and they put an I there. Because square root of 5 times square root of -1. So this is not a real number in maths. It's called imaginary number, and it works well for your, if those who want to do engineering, it work well for electric and electronic engineer. It just make this imaginary number can make things work. That is wonderful, am I right? So that's why if you are an engineer, next time, you are full of imagination. Okay, so this determinant will help us to determine whether the function given, the quadratic function given, has x-intercept or no x-intercept, or has only one x-intercept. So we are going to look at our example here. Y equal to 2x plus 3 squared plus 5. Okay, we see how it works for us. So I have the example, y equal to, what is the number? 2. 2x plus 3 squared plus 5. Okay, can I apply this determinant? Do I know what is the value of A, B, and C? If I write in this form, I won't know. So I have to what? Expand it. So let's expand together. Okay, do you know why I can expand it so fast? I use the formula. Which formula am I using? If I have two number plus square, okay, it will be the front number square plus 2 times the front times by the back plus the back number square. You see how I memorize the formula? I don't memorize by A, B, C. I memorize by what am I supposed to do? The position of the number. You see or not? So if you memorize a math formula, you memorize by heart the alphabet, you are going to go crazy. Because we are using the same alphabet in the same different formula. Hello? So I got this. 2x squared plus 12x plus 18 plus 5, 23. Okay, so can you please count the value of b squared minus 4ac for this case? (12 squared minus 4ac. I definitely know the number is less than 0. I don't have to use calculator. Do you know why? 12 is very near 24. So I can approximate it. Yeah. Here I have 8. Here I have approximately 12 times 2. So here I got approximately 16, 12. In front, I only got 12, 12. So you can use your calculator. I'm not saying you can't. I'm just telling you, if you are without calculator, then what can you do? You can do an approximation. 12, 12 minus 16, 12. I still got 4, 12. Correct? So I lack of 4, 12. So it's definitely less than 0. So the answer is approximately negative 48. Am I right? So what do you all get? Negative 40. Okay, negative 40. Yeah, so it's less than 0. So do you see? So we use this. So I don't need the graph. I can use this. So this is a very good one. The determinant. It can tell you that the function, okay, the graph for that function has x-intercept or not. And this is only be used for quadratic, no other function, only for quadratic. Hello? Got it? So the takeaway, you have to remember. Any other thing you don't want to remember, please remember this. The expression of the value of b squared minus 4ac help you to determine whether a quadratic function has 0 x-intercept or 1 x-intercept or 2 x-intercept. So let's have a look at the case of only 1 x-intercept. Shall we? Who want to give it a try to give me an example? I can bring my iPad to you. You write. Huh? Okay, your friend gave x squared plus 2x plus 1. Okay, if I want to find the x-intercept for this, if I do it manually, then I put x squared plus 2x plus 1 equal to 0. Am I right? So I factorize it, correct? Take out your scientific calculator and find the value of x. Give you a chance to know how to use your scientific calculator. If you don't know how to use, quickly ask your friend around you. Don't have to scared of COVID-19. Yes, what is the value of x for this case, the solution? Negative 1. Please don't say minus 1. It's negative 1. Only one answer, am I right? Both x1 and x2 give you the same answer, am I right? So the graph will go, let you have a look at it. The graph will go this way. No, I'm wrong. Why? Yes, it's a negative 1. So I have to put it here. So you go this way. So that's how the graph go. There is only one x-intercept and it's negative 1, 0. Okay. May I know what is the range for this function? Range means all the possible value for y. Y is greater than or equal to 0. Am I right? Anyone, do you know what is this symbol R represent? Real number. Is I a real number? What is I? Square root of -1. Imaginary number, not real. Okay, range are possible value of y. How about domain then? How about domain? How about domain? Mr. G, why are you late? Or you came in already but log out again? Huh? What do you mean by domain? What do you mean by domain? Domains are all the possible value for the manipulated variable. That is the possible value for x. For polynomial, this is only for polynomial. The domain is x can take any real value. Are you clear? Only for polynomial. Don't take it for everything. For this case only. So different function, we will have a different way to find the domain. And the way to find the domain is very important. Hello? We will talk about it in a later lesson when we talk about other function. Do you get me? So for any polynomial, the domain will be any real number it can take. Yep. Because polynomial, all the power for the variable are whole number. So that's why you can take any real number. You get me? Okay. So let's test with our, we know it's got one x-intercept. So what do you think the value of the b squared minus 4ac? What do you think is the value of the b squared minus 4ac for this case? How you know it's 0? Have you tested it? Yeah, please do so. Find the value of b squared minus 4ac. For this case. So my A is 1. So A is 1. This is A. This is B. And this is your C. The one beside the x squared is called your A, the coefficient. The coefficient of x is called B. And the constant is called C. So I can change the position if I like. Are you clear? So don't memorize the ABC by position, but memorize what is A, what is B, what is C. Yeah. So my B is 2 squared minus 4. My A is 1. My C is 1. So I get 0. So now we got two situations. If B squared minus 4AC is less than 0, no x-intercept. If b squared minus 4ac is equal to 0, you have only one x-intercept and the graph touches the x-axis. Which one we call touches? Okay. Got it? Can someone give me another examples of situation with only one x-intercept? The graph touches the x-axis but go in this way. Give me a function. Try to create a function. Can someone give me an example? Yeah. negative x squared minus 2x minus 1. It work? Johnson? Go on. So if you have a look at this, the b squared minus 4ac is also equal to 0. And in this case, the a will be -1, the b will be -2, and the c will be -1. Okay? So b squared minus 4ac will be -2 squared minus 4ac. Isn't it? I get 0. Okay, what is the range for this function? Yes. So when we say we have to write it properly in a set form, range equal to in a set form, not SAD, SET, set. Why? Y is a member of real number and y is less than or equal to 0. Got it? So determinant. You want to determine whether the quadratic function graph, okay, have how many x-intercept? Where is the position of the graph? Yep, you can do that. Okay, let's go to the third one. So the fourth cases, 2 x-intercept. Okay, 2 x-intercept. Okay, what is the situation that you have a 2 x-intercept? Actually, you can play around with the determinant. Am I right? Now you know it. So can I have someone from there? Give me an example whereby I definitely will result with 2 x-intercept. Give me a quadratic function. Plus 3x, then plus 2. Plus 2, is it? Okay, plus 2. So you find your x-intercept. Using your scientific calculator. I don't like this. Can I do some changes so that I can introduce you something? Can I? Can I? Cannot. Cannot, then I don't change. Oh, then you don't learn the thing. No, so it's fine with me. Can I? Okay, I change to here 4. Okay, what your scientific calculator tell you the answer? Hello, young man, faster calculate. Huh? 0 point? Or what? Hello, where is your scientific calculator? All don't have scientific calculator, very good. Like Miss Do. So slumber only. Okay, quick. Joshua Tan, yes. Yes? Negative 2 point. Negative 0.59. Is it? And your calculator can give you -2 plus square root of 2. Wow, your calculator very good. What is the difference between this value and this value? The one tick in blue and the one tick in red. When should I give this answer and when I can give this answer? Yes? Yes. If the question asks for exact value, then you use this. Everyone, your calculator can give you this answer? No. So, do you know how we get this answer from? We get it from the formula. Negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac, which is 2. Is it? No. What is the value of b squared minus 4ac? 8 divided by 2a. Right? So you see how it works. So that scientific calculator, correct, doesn't bring you to this. So the more advanced the calculator, the worse it becomes to your mind. It doesn't link to the formula and you doesn't manipulate with numbers. So that is not a good way to learn maths, especially when you are in a high school. Do you know I was allowed to use scientific calculator when I was in your age? I only can touch calculator. Before that, no calculator, even sine, cos, and tangent, we use 4-figure table. Anyone know what is 4-figure table? If you don't know what is 4-figure table, you go Google and search. And it's a table that's full of numbers. You must know how to read the numbers. Okay, that is wonderful. Okay, so I have 4 plus or minus 2 root 2. This is the skill that you must have. You must know how to transfer root 8 to 2 root 2. Anyone don't know how to do it? Okay. So this is the concept. That's why I said just now you don't want me to change, correct? Root 8. We can change root 8 to 4 times root 2. 4 times 2. Am I right? 8 is 4 times 2. So you can say root 4 times root 2. So root 4 is 2 times root 2. So we just simple write as 2 root 2. Now how many root 2 do I have here? 2 of root 2. That is how I read. You learn in high school cert, correct? You should know all this. So over. Please recall back all your high school. That's why you get -2 plus or minus root 2. So this is called the exact value. If you get from your calculator -0.5259, that is approximate value. So exact value is very important. If we want you to do manually, we want to test your skill, we will ask for exact value. And I know that you all have the graphic calculator, like scientific calculator like that, whereby it can give you exact value, correct? I will not ask about quadratic. I will ask about another question. Another time. We shall see it next week. Are you clear? Okay, so now let's look at, so we got 2 solutions, correct? One is -2 plus root 2. The other one is -2 minus root 2. So this answer will be approximately -3.141. Am I right? Got calculator with me or not? I don't trust me. I memorized by heart already. I memorized by heart. Root 2 is 1.41. 412 is it? 412 or 411? 414. 4141 something, is it? You see? And every day you play around with the number, you remember it. How many of you all remember phone number nowadays? That is good. But the rest no, because nowadays handphone got all the number, correct? Do you know how important is it? At least you remember a few number. If what happened, your handphone, you lost your handphone got stolen, how are you going to borrow from another person's handphone and call? Unless it's someone you related. If not, how? That's what happened to my niece once. Her whole bag got stolen. So her handphone all gone, but at least she remembered my number, so she can call my number. Okay, so you look for this case, what is b squared minus 4ac? What is the value of b squared minus 4ac for this case? Yeah, so b squared minus 4ac. B is 4 minus 4. My A is 1. My C is 2. Correct? So it's 16 minus 8, which is equal to 8, so more than 0. Okay. So today, the takeaway for this lesson is, how are we going to determine the number of x-intercept that a quadratic function has? Okay, so 2. We find the value of what? So we got how many situations? If b squared minus 4ac is less than 0, imply 0 x-intercept. That means for a quadratic equation, no solution. Solution must be real. Are you clear? Any math question, if it's not real, it cannot be the solution. Solution must be real. Put a note there. Solution must be a real value. Clear? Okay. So the next situation, what is the next situation? If b squared minus 4ac equal to 0, that implies 1 x-intercept. How many solutions? How many solutions? one solution. How is the graph look like? The graph touches the x-axis or horizontal axis, right? So the function is always positive or always negative. Am I right? Okay. So number 3, if b squared minus 4ac is greater than 0, what does it imply? There are two x-intercepts. How many solutions? 2 solutions. What happened to the graph? The graph, we say cut the x-axis. That is called cut the x-axis. Are you clear? This is called cut. So you must know the difference between cut and touch. So this is our takeaway for this lesson. Afterward, during the online class, how nice if we can just have online here. Y'all don't have to log in. I don't know whether after 1 o'clock here is available or not. Is it 2 to 3? Is it 2 to 3?